the holidays can be the most wonderful time of year, but it can also be the most stressful. So, we're going to talk about habits today that can make or break your wellness around the holidays. So, welcome back to the channel with me, your host, Dr. Debra Durst, and my co host.
Hey guys, Faraday Goli, family nurse practitioner here at Revitalize MD. And like Dr. Durst said, we're going to talk about the holidays and stress and wellness and how that all plays a role in what that means for you.
Yes. And I think we all know how stressful it can be during it. So it's just a busy time of year. Traffic is increased, the shopping, the pressure of what you're going to get, all of the get-togethers and the gatherings and
the
the
work
alcohol
parties, the family parties,
yeah.
the friend parties.
Yeah, it's so much fun, but there's always food. There's always unhealthy food, but it's so good.
And there's lots of drinking usually. So alcohol consumption increases. But the biggest thing is probably that cortisol spike for your wellness.
Yeah.
All that stress.
Yeah. So your nervous system will take the hit for sure. So just making sure that you control that cortisol or that stress hormone during the holidays. So make sure that you try and take time out for yourself during the holidays.
Walking after meals is a huge way to help. And then setting boundaries. You don't need to book every single day in the month of December.
No. I agree. And actually it's a, good room, like a memory of my dad. My dad and I would walk all the time after meals, like all the time, no matter what, not just around the holidays, but it was like kind of a time to catch up. And so that's a good thing to just remember is to start walking, after the meals and just get out there and be active.
My husband and I were just talking about lipoprotein A's and B's. And one of the best ways you can lower your ApoB is by walking after a meal.
That's good to know. We should do a podcast on that too,
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So, and then food and sugar and overload. Obviously, lots of cookies, lots of cakes, lots of pies, all the things, right? And so, every time that like one cookie is not going to break you, but if you eat them all December long, that might be a bigger issue. And so, getting back to like even fasting blood sugars, like a greater than 100 as a fasting blood sugar, and the fact that, and I did recently just kind of confirm again, and it's actually even more pronounced than just an increased rise of 1%, put you at a percent increase. So say 85 is a normal resting blood sugar, fasting blood sugar, and you're at 100, for every point above 85 you're at 1% increased risk. So if your fasting blood sugar is 100, that's a 15% risk of developing insulin resistance.
That's crazy when you think that the threshold for fasting blood sugar is 99.
Yes. Well, yeah. On the labs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But 85 is ideal. And it's actually even higher than 1%.
Yeah.
So it's actually like, I think 1 to 2 or maybe even 3% per number.
Point over.
Yeah, per milligram per deciliter. So
But now you just gave them another thing to stress over.
Well, no, because they're going to not do their fasting blood sugar, but they're going to eat less cookies during it or walk after. There's 2 solutions.
There we go.
Don't eat them every day and then walk after for sure.
Yeah, they said in a poll that 63% of people feel that the holidays are just as or more stressful than they are joyous. And that's kind of sad when you think about that more than half of us are dreading holidays more than enjoying them and not just doing what they're really meant to be with family and celebrate. And it shouldn't be something that we're dreading.
So Samantha and her boyfriend are going, or Nick, you know him, but are going to an island until like right after, like I think they come back the 26th. And smart move, because again, I would love the 4 Christmases and where they just went ahead and made a trip each year, and then they come back, they can see people after, because then it just means you're taking time. It's not a busy time of year. I think that's a great idea.
This year's the first year we're leaving the day after Christmas and we're going on a vacation just to take a break.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
I still have little ones at home, so we can't miss Santa.
Yeah, no, you can't miss Christmas.
Not yet.
No, not yet. For a while. You got a little while. So alcohol and sleep. So sleep is so important for health, and the fact that you drink alcohol, it is a toxin no matter how you look at it, and it interferes with sleep. So some people think that it puts them to sleep, but it actually interferes with your REM sleep. And so even a moderate amount of alcohol also decreases brain mass over time. And so, just moderate being one drink an evening,
Yeah,
so, and that's over the long haul, but it does interfere with your sleep in the short haul.
it does. So
Yeah.
your big things are maintaining sleep, everything in moderation, right? That doesn't mean that you can't have your cranberry sparkled infused champagne, or
Sugar.
whatever, or cocktail, but moderation. Instead of having four, just have the one.
Yes.
And then movement, keep moving. One of probably the bigger things that came up when looking for this podcast is the change in like gym memberships and activity. That it was 45% of adults say that they stop exercising entirely for 4 to 6 weeks during the holidays because they feel so stressed or can't get out and about or don't feel like they have time to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
that gym memberships drop significantly as well. I was trying to find
And
that
then they
stat.
spike
Right
after in
after. Yeah,
January.
it's
Yeah.
gym check-ins dropped 35% in December and
Wow.
then spike 60% at January 1st.
Well, and I think as a rule, if you just cut off alcohol 3 hours before bed, too, that's at least a general rule
Yeah.
that at least your sugar's not spiking and then your cortisol's not spiking. And so it'll interfere a little bit less. And then moderation is important.
And then keep moving. Continue to take
Yeah.
time for yourself. It'll help with your stress. It'll help with the cortisol. It'll help with the minimal weight gain. On average, the American will gain 2 pounds in weight during the holidays, but we all feel like it's 5+, right? After December, I feel like I've gained 5 pounds or 10 pounds. People always come and say, oh, I gained all this weight during the holidays. On average, it's like 2 pounds, but 2 pounds is a lot to get rid of as we age.
Yes.
It's
No,
harder to get
absolutely.
rid of than it is to put it on.
And it goes to places that it didn't
Are
before.
unattractive.
Yeah. Well, and I think that I have never met a woman that doesn't have 5 pounds to lose, like meaning like they don't really have 5 pounds to lose, but
But
they
they
think
feel.
they have 5 pounds to lose. But yeah, so it's always worse over the holidays. But so again, just those habits, we already talked about sleep and getting more active, hydrating. And again, IV therapy is a great way, especially if you're traveling, to get all those vitamins directly to your cells for immune support, especially if you're traveling, to get a high dose vitamin C so that you don't get infections when you're traveling.
Protein's a
And
big
so
one.
protein,
It
yes.
helps stabilize blood sugar, it helps keep you full longer, and it helps maintain muscle mass if we're not working out
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah. Yeah, so remember all of that. So in addition to all of the desserts, make sure that you eat a lot of protein. And then I think just taking time for yourself. I think that's so important for people to do. And I think women have a hard time. Sometimes they're balancing so many different things
Yeah.
that it's hard for them to do. But just making sure that you take time for yourself,
And that's
meditate,
year
to
round.
exercise.
It just
Yes.
seems to get worse during the holidays because we're juggling so much.
Yeah.
But it is, again, just last week I was talking to a patient about it. Even if it's just 20 minutes a day,
Yeah.
schedule something that you love just for you, even if it's just sitting in a room quietly where no one talks to you,
Yeah.
or reading a book or walking or in a sauna or the gym, whatever it is that brings you joy, schedule yourself, even if it's just
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes a day.
Yeah. No,
Just get into
absolutely.
the routine of putting yourself as a priority.
Yes. Well, those are like pretty much the things. We did
That's it.
do another podcast that talked about like spices and things for boosting hormones and all of that. And obviously, those are ones that you can watch, and that goes from holiday or from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas, because
Yeah.
there's all those spices that we can put into everything, coffees,
Yes.
drinks, all the things that are healthy and anti-inflammatory and boost hormones and all of that. And then just keep in mind, because it wouldn't be normal if we didn't throw a little sex in there, right? Is
Right?
that sex is stress reducing and great for hormones, and is a physical activity, so that could be something that you could balance with as well around the
Yes, but I'm going to
holidays.
say on top of that, still make sure we're doing 30 minutes of intentional activity at least 3 times a week.
Couldn't that be intentional activity?
I mean, depends if you're getting your heart rate up
It
high
could be
enough.
spontaneous and
It
not
could be.
intentional. Yeah,
It could be.
there.
Biggest thing is your heart rate getting up high enough.
Yes, true. So make it last long. But anyhow, so let us know if there's any thoughts like on your holidays, if there's any little tricks that you have to keep yourself healthy, or to give us those tricks so that we can use them.
Yeah, or if you've got any great
Yeah.
recipes.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
healthy treats or healthy shakes or something even like healthy treats that you can make and share with the family and bring something that you
yeah.
like to eat. That's a good
How to
option.
add protein to different desserts
Yep.
potentially, just so that we can
And them
balance
not
that.
taste like
And
cardboard.
yeah, correct. And make them still good, so that they're not like still there when everyone leaves, right?
Yes.
But no, absolutely share with us. We would love to hear it. We want to have conversations in the comments, and we love the comments. Thank you always for being so active. And if you're not subscribed, absolutely take time now and subscribe. Hit the bell, and then you'll get notifications if you like the content we're putting out. And then let us know if there's anything else you want to talk about, because we are willing to deep dive into anything sexual wellness or wellness.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.